Hey guys, this is Christian here, and today we're going to do final BAFTA winner predictions. Francis Lizette's going to tell me what did you think of these winner predictions. So yeah, we're going to start with Best Film. The nominees here are Belfast, Don't Look Up, Dune, Licorice Pizza, and The Power of the Dog. This is easy. Power of the Dog is going to win this. Belfast is home turf for Branagh. It's a British film. But The Favorite didn't win. And Belfast is just slipping as an award contender. And Power of the Dog is probably just going to sweep every single major award. I mean, I think it's vulnerable at PGA, but I think it'll still win PGA. Like, Power of the Dog is definitely winning Best Picture, Best Film. Outstanding British Film. The nominees are After Love, Ali and Eva, Belfast, Boiling Point, Cyrano, Everybody's Talking About Jamie, House of Gucci, Last Night in Soho, No Time to Die, and Passing. This is another easy one. Belfast is going to win this. This is the only one nominated for Best Film. Could there maybe be an upset for No Time to Die? Maybe, but it's not likely. Not likely. This is probably going to be Belfast. Best Film not in the English language. The nominees here are Drive My Car, The Hand of God, Parallel Mothers, Petite Maman, and The Worst Person in the World. Another, gimme. Drive My Car is winning this. I know Worst Person got an actress nomination, but Drive My Car is just going to win. And it's nominated for Director and Screenplay here, and it's nominated for freaking Best Picture at the Academy Awards. So, yeah, this is another easy one. Moving on. Best Documentary. The nominees are Becoming Cow, Flea, The Rescue, and Summer of Soul, or When the Revolution Cannot Be Televised. This is another easy one. Summer of Soul, or When the Revolution Cannot Be Televised. It got nominated for Best Editing, which means it's just going to win this award. It's going to win the Oscar, too. It's unchallenged at this point. I think it's unchallenged. Best Animated Film. The nominees are Encanto, Flea, Luca, and The Mitchells vs. Machines. This is probably going to be Encanto. There could maybe be an upset for Flea or The Mitchells vs. the Machines. Because they don't go with Disney. Sometimes in a year where the Oscars go with a Disney movie and the BAFTAs don't. Like the Lego Movie won. Kubo and the Two Strings won instead of Zootopia. So maybe Flea or Mitchells could upset, maybe. Yeah, I'd maybe put Mitchells slightly above Flea, but Encanto is pretty out front in this category, so yeah. Now we're on to Best Director. The nominees are Alim Khan for After Love, Ryusuke Hamaguchi for Drive My Car, Audrey Dewan for Happening, Paul Thomas Anderson for Licorice Pizza, Jane Campion for The Power of the Dog, and Julia Ducournau for Titan. And this is easy. Jane Campion, she's winning this. This is maybe even more easy than Pictures. I mean, where's the competition? Like Hamaguchi or Paul Thomas Anderson? No. Because they didn't nominate Villeneuve, and Villeneuve's not even nominated at the Academy Awards anyway. They didn't nominate Kenneth Branagh, and they didn't nominate Steven Spielberg. No, there's no competition here. It's just going to be Jane Campion. Now on to Best Original Screenplay. The nominees here are Be in the Ricardos, screenplay by Aaron Sorkin, Belfast, screenplay by Kenneth Branagh, Don't Look Up, screenplay by Adam McKay, King Richard, screenplay by Zach Baylin, and Licorice Pizza, screenplay by Paul Thomas Anderson. This is between Belfast and Licorice Pizza. Belfast is home turf for Kenneth Branagh. It's a personal film. Could maybe still win this. However, Licorice Pizza had overperformed on nomination day. It got quite a few BAFTA nominations, actually. And it's just the front runner in screenplay right now. I do think Licorice Pizza is going to win it. So, yeah, I'm going to go with that. Could Belfast still win? Yeah, but I'm going Licorice Pizza. I'm going safe. Adapted Screenplay. The nominees here are Coda, screenplay by Sean Hayter, Drive My Car, screenplay by Ryosuke Hamaguchi and Takamasa Oa. Dune, screenplay by Eric Roth, John Spates, and Denis Villeneuve. The Lost Daughter, screenplay by Maggie Gyllenhaal, and Power of the Dog, screenplay by Jane Campion. This is another easy one for Power of the Dog. I don't see how anything else wins. Maybe Coda, but not really at the same time. Also, this is the same 5 as the Oscars, so yeah. Just want to point that out. Best Actress. Oh, this is a fun one. Nominees here are Lady Gaga for House of Gucci, Alana Haim for Licorice Pizza, Emilia Jones for Coda, Renata Reinsve for The Worst Person in the World, Joanna Scanlon for After Love, and Tessa Thompson for Passing. Now, this category is chaotic as hell because none of these actresses were nominated for the Oscars. I think we can cross off a few, though. We can count out a few. Tessa Thompson's not winning. Emilia Jones is not winning. And hell, I'd even say, like, Joanna Scanlon. She's not going to win. Alana Haim could maybe win, considering they liked Licorice Pizza, but I'm not sure if she's quite going to win either. So we're between Lady Gaga and Renata Reinsve. Renata Reinsve, The Worst Person in the World, was a late breaker. People are starting to see it now, and it has so much industry support. Or, like, a lot of people, this is Paul Thomas Anderson's favorite film of the year. This is a bunch of people in the industry's favorite film of the year. It got a screenplay nomination at the Oscars, so people clearly like The Worst Person in the World. And because of that industry support, I think I'm going to predict Reinsve. I know Lady Gaga's the biggest name here, but I just don't know. Like, the BAFTAs didn't love House of Gucci. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Renata Reinsve, but it's not going to affect the Oscars anyway because none of these people are even nominated. Okay, now we're on to Best Actor. The nominees here are Adil Akhtar for Ali and Ava, Mahershala Ali for Swan Song, Benedict Cumberbatch in Power of the Dog, Leonardo DiCaprio in Don't Look Up, Stephen Graham in Boiling Point, and Will Smith in King Richard. Benedict Cumberbatch versus Will Smith, and I think Benedict Cumberbatch is going to win the BAFTA. He's British, and this is Will Smith's first BAFTA nomination, so he's not even overdue here. But if this happens, people are going to say, oh, this is Chadwick Boseman versus Anthony Hopkins all over again. I'm not really sure, because I think the Oscars are more likely to do Will Smith. And Will Smith has, like, a lot more, like, industry support, I believe, and stuff like that. And Will Smith, this is actually one thing. Will Smith actually has an extra strength that Boseman did not have. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, if you paid attention, was not nominated for Best Picture. The Father was... And it crept late, which means people got a chance to see it and see how amazing Anthony Hopkins' performance is, and he ended up winning the Oscar. I think that's how he won the Oscar. Meanwhile, King Richard is nominated for Best Picture. It has a lot of support. Will Smith has been campaigning his ass off. And while I don't think he's going to win the BAFTA, I think he is going to win the Oscar. So even if Benedict Cumberbatch wins, I'm still going to predict Smith, probably. For the Oscar, I'm predicting Benedict for BAFTA. And then Supporting Actress. The nominees here are Katrina Balfe for Belfast, Jessie Buckley for The Lost Daughter, Ariana DeBose for West Side Story, Ann Dowd for Mass, Anjanou Ellis for King Richard, and Ruth Negga for Passing. DeBose, easy, goodbye. We could just stay here. We could just, like, go to the next category, but if you still think Kirsten Dunst can win the Oscar, she's not even here. So she can't win this. And she's probably not going to win Critics' Choice. She's not going to win Critics' Choice. She's not winning the Oscar. DeBose is going to continue her clean sweep. She has Glow. She has SAG. She's going to get Critics' Choice. And she's going to get the BAFTA. It's the one acting category I'm convinced we're going to have a sweep in this year. I would say the runner-ups there's no runner-up, but the second place is Katrina Balfe, but she's not even an Oscar nominee, so no. And Supporting Actor. The nominees here are Mike Feist for West Side Story, Kieran Hines for Belfast, Troy Kotsur for Coda, Woody Norman for Come On, Come On, Jesse Plemons for The Power of the Dog, and Cody Smith-McPhee also for Power of the Dog. This is a two-horse race between SAG winner Troy Kotsur and Golden Globe winner Cody Smith-McPhee. This race is This race is really tight. I could see this going any other way. Same thing I could have chosen. I could see it going any other way. However, just because I'm getting Ye Jung-yu and Minari vibes from Kotzer, I'm just going to predict him for now. And they are pretty good at predicting this category. So whoever wins here, I'll maybe predict to win the Oscar. Can Cody Smith win? Of course he can. Of course. I mean, Coda was not nominated for best. Cody Smith can still win if they really love Power of the Dog, but we don't know how much they're gonna love Power of the Dog. So, and Kotzer, I mean, if Cody Smith wins this, I'll predict him to win the Oscar. And if he wins Critics' Choice, if he wins both of those, I think it's over. He's gonna take it. I don't want that to happen. I want Kotzer to win either here or Critics' Choice. I think Critics' Choice is more likely to do Cody Smith-McPhee. So I'm going to say Kotzer is going to win this, and it's going to be 50-50 on who wins the Oscar. And I'm convinced that... And also, is Power of the Dog really going to win 2 acting awards here and not going to win any at the Oscars? Because at the Oscars, I have Will Smith and Troy Kotzer winning in both of the male acting categories. If both of them win, I am going to be predicting one of them to win the Oscar. Not both, at least one of them. I'm going to predict to win the Oscar. So, yeah. I'm going to stick with Kotzer. Original score. The nominees here are Being the Ricardos, Don't Look Up, Dune, The French Dispatch, and The Power of the Dog. I think this is going to be Dune. Can Power of the Dog maybe win? We don't know how much they're going to like Power of the Dog, but maybe it can. But Dune, I just think it's just a safe pick. I'm going to go with Dune. I think Dune should win, as it should. I think Dune's going to win, as it should be winning. Casting. Nominees for casting are Boiling Point, Dune, The Hand of God, King Richard, and West Side Story. Casting, you never know what they're going to do in this category. They've had this category for 3 years. This is the 3rd year they had it. The first year, they gave it to Joker. Second year, they gave it to Rocks. Which proves that they could basically give it to any movie. They could give it to anything. Hand of God, we're just going to cross off. That's not winning. Dune. They cast a lot of big actors in the film, so maybe that could give it the win, but I'm not going to predict it. West Side Story, this isn't an ensemble award. If it was an ensemble award, I'd probably be predicting it, but it's not an ensemble award. Casting and ensemble are 2 different things. No, I'm not going to... So, between Boiling Point and King Richard. I'm going to go with King Richard, because Boiling Point, they didn't like it as much as Rocks. Boiling Point got in mostly in jury categories. I think all the categories Boiling Point got in, they were all in jury. Rocks got a bunch of other non-jury categories. It got a screenplay nomination, if you remember that. So they clearly liked Rocks more than the Boiling Point. So I'm going to go with King Richard here. Could Boiling Point or maybe even West Side Story or Doom win? Yeah, because I never know what they're going to do in this category. But I'm going to predict King Richard. Cinematography. The nominees here are Dune, Nightmare Alley, No Time to Die, Power of the Dog, and The Tragedy of Macbeth. I'm going to play it safe here again. I'm going to go with Dune. Could there be an upset for Power of the Dog? Sure. I think it can upset. But I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to go with Dune. I'm going to predict Dune to win cinematography. Could, even double no one for Macbeth? Probably not, but... I don't think it's 100% impossible, but I'm not going to predict it. Editing. The nominees here are Belfast, Dune, Licorice Pizza, No Time to Die, and Summer of Soul or When the Revolution Cannot Be Televised. I'm going to go with Dune again. Could there be an upset? Can No Time to Die win? I don't think so. Also, fun fact, Dune is literally the only movie in this category that's nominated for the Oscar. So that's another reason why I'm just going to predict Dune to get nominated in this category. Because Belfast isn't an Oscar nominee. Licorice Pizza's not nominated at the Oscar. No Time to Die is not an Oscar nominated editing, and neither is Summer Soul. Summer Soul's an Oscar nominated film. All these films are nominated for at least one Oscar, of course. But none of them, with the exception of Dune, none of them got editing. Because Dune is the only Oscar nominee here, I'm going to predict it for editing. And hope I get it right. Now on to production design. The nominees here are Cyrano, Dune, The French Dispatch, Nightmare Alley, and West Side Story. This is between Dune and Nightmare Alley. And maybe if they want to be weird, they could give it to West Side Story. I do kind of think this is the best shot West Side Story has at winning a second Oscar. But I just don't think it's going to win. I would love to see it win. I love the film, and I love the production design in the film, but I'm not going to go with it. Dune and Nightmare Alley. Here, they're usually good at predicting the category, I think. I haven't looked back at the history. I'm going to go with Nightmare Alley because that's the one I have winning the Oscar currently. And here's how I think how it will go for voters. They'll see all the nominees. They're going to be voting on the categories. They're going to be voting on Dune in most of the tech categories. So be like, cinematography, I'm going to go for Dune. Sound, I'm going to do Dune. Editing, I'm going to do Dune. Production design, I maybe voted for Dune enough. I'm going to vote for Nightmare Alley for production design. That's how I think it's going to go. So I'm going to predict Nightmare Alley here. So yeah, I'm going to predict that. I'm going to predict Nightmare Alley. Costume design. The nominees here are Cruella, Cyrano, Dune, The French Dispatch, and Nightmare Alley. I think this is going to be Cruella. I think it's kind of easy at this point. Dune just doesn't have the strength in this category that Cruella has. Cruella has the most costumes, and I think it has been winning the most precursors. I'm predicting this to win. This is easy for me. Makeup. Nominees here are Cruella, Cyrano, Dune, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and House of Gucci. This category is a complete mess because I just have no idea what's winning at the Oscars. I'm going to predict Cruella here because they're not like the Oscars. The Oscars like to go with like prosthetic stuff, like to go with the most makeup. Cruella, the BAFTAs, they'll go with just hair, like The Favorite won over Vice, remember that? I think that's going to be kind of the same thing. What do I have winning the Oscar currently? I'm not spoiling that. I'm not spoiling that. Actually, yeah, I will. I have Tammy Faye winning the Oscar because it's usually what they go for. I had Cruella, but today I just changed it back to Tammy Faye because Cruella's not what they go for. It's just not what they usually go for. Can House of Gucci win? Makeup? Sure, it can. Can Dune win? Maybe, yeah. But House of Gucci, they didn't nominate any of the performances. I think it might seem like, I think it is that type of movie that would need performances nominated in order for it to win makeup. So yeah, I'm going to go with Cruella here. There could be an upset for all these other movies, except for maybe Sierra. No, that's not winning. Okay. Continue. Best Sound. Nominees are Dune, Last Night in Soho, No Time to Die, Quiet Place Part 2, and West Side Story. Dune, easy. It's going to go Dune. Could there be an upset for No Time to Die? No. Just because it's James Bond doesn't mean it's going to win. It's going to be Dune. Easy peasy. Visual effects. The nominees here are Dune, Free Guy, Ghostbusters Afterlife, Matrix Resurrections, No Time to Die. It's going to be Dune. Easy. This is too easy for me. Moving on. Okay, we have to do Rising Star. Okay. Well, this is the last one. The EE Rising Star Award, which is voted on by the public. The nominees here are Ariana DeBose, Harris Dickinson, Lashana Lynch, Molson Simmons, and Cody Smith-McPhee. Some people might think it's between Ariana DeBose and Cody Smith-McPhee because they're like the biggest names in the category, the biggest names we talk about throughout award season. But they're not British. They usually like to go with British actors. They go with British actors almost all the time. Like, they'll go with British actors to the point where they nominate, they'll give it to an actor that you've never heard of. Remember when they gave it to Michael Ward, or whatever his name was? Over, like, Awkwafina and Jessie Buckley, who were nominated, I think. Wait, no, I think Jessie Buckley was the previous year. But I know Awkwafina was nominated. She was the favorite to win, but no, they gave it to Michael Ward because he's British. Awkwafina's not. And Cody Smith-McPhee is Australian, and Ariana DeBose is American. I think Lashana Lynch is actually going to win. Because she is one of the few British actors in this category. The only other one is Harris Dickinson, and he's not winning. No. I think it's going to be Lashana Lynch. I think it's kind of easy for me. So yeah, that is my BAFTA winner prediction video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.